welcome to India International Gold Convention and Exhibition 2018, and we have Mr. Jitan with us. He is from IBM and he has just mentioned about the blockchain services. So we would like to ask him that what is about this blockchain? Just tell me in a nutshell, sir. How about the blockchain service?
I think blockchains are slowly emerging as a technology that's going to impact pretty much every single industry across the economy. Be it automobiles, be it mining, be it precious metals, be it supply chain. And it's simply based on a fundamental that if you require a ledger for conducting business,
Correct.
then, and since current ledgers actually have operational problems, you may probably want to consider using it for blockchain. And I think because of the fact that blockchains bring about a shared ledger, which build trusts in an environment where there is an ecosystem present, and you require a single version of the truth, blockchains are coming up to be your most favorite answer. They're easy to build, they're actually cost efficient to implement, and I think the only reason why it's not the only accepted ledger is because of a cultural adoption, which I think we expect to change in the next 5 years.
So as we are talking about the gold industry right here, so I would like to know what is it going to affect into the gold industry if you implement the blockchain services here?
I think right on top, what I would say is, as my understanding of the overall gold industry, and I'm not the expert on it, there are about like 30 different participants that actually play a role in a gold ecosystem.
Correct.
And I'm starting out from the very first participant, where it's actually the mining company, right?
Okay.
What extracts the gold. Then is the smelter, actually. There's a different supply chain logistics that play a part. Then it's actually the people who actually certify the gold, the government, different agencies, multiple logistics providers, the division of gold. Now, the expectation is that for me as an end consumer, when I actually get the end product, I actually know nothing about the product. I'm taking it based on the trust of a particular jeweler.
Correct.
But if I actually wanted to track the authenticity of the gold, or if I actually wanted to be able to kind of source the gold to the absolute mine, there is no system currently in place.
Okay.
And current technology and cost do not permit such a system to actually be present. Where do we see blockchains? We see blockchains actually becoming the best solution for the provenance of any of the precious metals. Where if you actually connect miners, where you connect smelters, and you connect the logistics companies, government agencies to the extraction of a particular gold product, it will become very easy for even the jewelers, or for jewelers or semiconductor manufacturers, pharmaceutical companies to actually track what the source of the particular metal is coming from, to manage quantity, to do the entire inventory management process, and most importantly, to manage your overall procurement efforts. Because if I'm a particular organization, I have procurement in place where I have to work with vendors, suppliers, purchase orders, accounts payables. The entire process can be streamlined across the ecosystem, bringing in better efficiencies and potentially cheaper prices for the end consumer, as overall increasing the volume in the industry. So that's how we see gold.
Okay, fine. So what we see last year when we were in the IIGC, there was a concept which came as RJC compliances. Okay, so it was regarding some kind of like this only, how it's structurally compliances are maintained. So is it like similar to somewhat like the RJC compliances?
I would say it's a technology that will enable an easier adoption of the compliances.
Okay.
I think typically the way regulation actually comes out is that the regulatory bodies lays out the standards, which you then turn into controls. And then of course, how do you test those controls? You generally take files from one system, another system, reconcile manually, reconcile automatically. Now the expectation is that you're pretty much reviewing a data between 2 parties or 3 parties. But if you really want true compliance, you need the entire ecosystem to kind of work together on one single version of the information.
Correct.
That's not possible today. Now, so what will it will actually enable RGC compliance across all participants in one single solution. As a result, saving cost, ensuring that compliance standards are actually met. Also kind of making the industry a little more transparent and more visible, right? Which, most cases than not, we have figured results in actually better, more new sources of revenue. So a far cheaper way to implement the compliance requirements.
Oh, superb. So it was your first experience in IIGC?
Yes, it was.
So how was it for you?
I actually am very pleasantly surprised. It was quite a good turnaround. So thank you for the invitation.
Okay, thank you so much.